Okay, so let's look at how we did on these other two sequences on our own. So when I look at this, those first two terms, it's not real obvious to me what's happening, but from 3 to 24, that's easy for me to see that it's times 8, and so then I can check the rest of these to see if they are also times 8. So this is a multiplication rule, which makes this a geometric sequence, and we're going to use our explicit formula and basically just fill it in. So a sub n equals our first term, which is 0.375, times the common ratio, which was 8 to the n minus 1. And that's it. That is our function rule. That is our equation. Okay, on example 5, okay, I'm noticing it's going down, and it looks like we are subtracting 4 every time. So because this is a subtraction problem, this is an arithmetic sequence. So again, we're using our formula for the explicit formula for an arithmetic sequence. So I'm going to say a sub n equals my first term, which is 30. And normally we would say plus, and you can still do that, plus the common difference, but the common difference happens to be -4. So if we just put -4, that would be okay, to the n minus 1. That's a perfectly acceptable answer, or we can take it a step further, and I'm going to distribute the -4, and so then we get a sub n equals 34 minus 4n. Whoops. Or -4n plus 34. Okay, so either answer is okay. Now I also want us to look at, okay, what do we do with these function rules? Why are they helpful? So here are two examples. It says, given the function rule, find the missing term. Well, remember we said that the n represents the term number. So if I've given you this function rule, this is for geometric, find a sub 12. So this is basically saying find the 12th term. Well, we don't want to have to list out all those terms. We want to use the formula. So all we have to do is take 12 and plug it in for the n, and we're going to calculate this. Now I'm going to pick up my calculator. I'm going to do 6 times 1/3, and I'm going to put 1/3 in parentheses. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 12 minus 1 in my head. That's 11. So to do the 11th power, we're going to use this little housetop caret key up above the division sign, and then type in 11. Okay, ooh, and that's actually scientific notation. That's a really ugly number. I made this up. It would be 3.39 times 10 to the -5. That's what it means. I picked too big of a number, and that's why it ended up like that. Normally, let's just see something smaller so you can see what it might look like. I'm just going to do to the 3rd power, and so sometimes you might get an answer that looks like that. Okay? Okay, let's look at number 2. It says here is a explicit formula, a function rule, because this has adding in it. We know this is arithmetic. It says find a sub 25. So I'm basically finding the 25th term. So wherever I see an n, I am plugging in the 25, and I'm going to calculate it. Now this is just telling me what we're doing. I just have to worry about this part on the left. And we can probably do a little bit of this on our own with our own brains. But now if you wanted to type in -25 plus 14 times 24, we get 311. So the 25th term is 311. So that's how we can use our formula.